What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in with Rapping Wisdom Podcast. Rip the Rapper, my man Funk.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man.
Hey, I just noticed that it kind of it matches the lamp. That's crazy.
Like I gotta get this thing. This actually I got at the Gaylord Hotel with the ice event, whatever. I took my daughter over there, and I
That's
got
crazy.
it. And then I got you this because it matches your
No,
clothes.
yeah, yo, the Rick and Morty.
Hey, what did it say right
It says cheers.
here? Fuckers.
That's crazy.
But
All
happy,
right, so
happy holidays, you know what I mean? But anyways, I ain't getting you nothing for Christmas, so don't worry about it.
so this episode we're going to talk about experiences with customers, the good
Yeah.
and the bad, or just the
Yeah.
bad.
Well, with everything. I want to focus on some of the crazy stuff that happens that people are not really aware. Again, the type of things that a business owner or even employee or just a consumer can deal with when things are confusion or go wrong or not there. You're like you'll understand here a little more when we talk about it. But
All right, so let's talk about
the giant one.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so how did it start?
Well, I was contracted to do the job.
Mhm.
So they reached out to me and they said, "Hey, you're the perfect guy for this." Mind you, when this was going on, it was the hottest week of summer.
I was there.
Yeah, you know,
It was between 96 degrees
to 105.
to 105.
It was crazy. So
I still haven't gotten my skin tight back from that.
dark. So, all right, there was a lot going on, a lot for that week. All right, so let's start off like we got the materials. We didn't have everything we needed in the beginning, which is fine. We work in steps, whatever. So
Yeah.
then we were given the smallest lift. Remember the smallest
Yeah.
lift they had available couldn't even reach. So imagine this little thing right here trying to reach the wall. Not gonna happen. So, anyways, then we're given a second one.
Mm-hmm.
What kept happening with that one?
It was like oil leaking and stuff like that.
Hydraulic fluid breaking down.
And then now, moving forward, after we've moved around
Mm-hmm.
to like the side where like the traffic is coming our way,
Yeah.
now we have to use the bigger one. So this is
Yeah.
the third lift.
Yeah, and then the
And
third
what
lift,
started
yeah.
happening? It started to crack the ground.
Yeah, crack the
because-
ground and everything, and thinking
because-
into the grass, the molding.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the mulch. And but this is another part. How many people we put cones up? You see us
Yeah.
working, the machines running. How many people coming there with their kids and just getting in the way,
just
the
like
bikes
walking
and everything?
through, yeah.
And remember, the lady was staring at
Yeah.
us, being
Every day, this lady.
like
Yeah.
kid. Both are mean mugging us. I'm like, damn man, why gotta be so mean?
So,
Trying to save you and help you.
so on the last day when like we had no other choice
Mm-hmm.
but to have the lift on the sidewalk,
Uh-huh.
what was happening? It was cracking the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
exactly.
And then
But
what
they knew
happened
about
after
it too.
that?
They knew about it. They were aware
Yeah.
it happened. But I think some of the managers, well, he wasn't there on site, I guess, a lot of times.
Yeah, because I had never
That's
seen
what
him
it was.
before.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this they pissed me off. It kind of just so unprofessional, and that thing almost landed me in jail. It's funny, the things you were saying afterwards when you were acting, because people don't realize like, yo, you a funny ass dude. Like you're crazy. You don't let it go.
I'm
When you get-
chill. I'm
no,
chill.
don't get this fool. I'm telling you, there's a reason why he's here with me. Because I am how I am. If he can tolerate that, this dude's the damn same way. Good front. You're doing this for the camera, bro. You're crazy. All
I'm
right.
chill.
Yeah, you're chill now. You're not really chill in person because that you be amping me up a lot. You be egging things on. You funny.
I didn't
as hell.
even ask on what
Like,
happened.
you didn't need to.
No.
So okay, let's go to where it was already cracked. We're literally finished up with the last panel, right?
I'm gonna just say
That's the
my
deal.
POV because at first I didn't catch what was happening because it was literally a random old guy on a bike, right? And that's who I thought that you was talking about, right? So then I'm on the left side of the lift, you're on the right, right? And then so this old guy comes biking down, and I hear you say, "This guy's about to be a problem." So I look around the lift. I was like, "Man, this old guy ain't no problem." So then he rides past. Next thing I know, I like hear you, but not in your normal voice. It's like a voice to where like you about to really throw hands at somebody, right?
So
And then so I look up and you're like, "Oh, you come over here taking pictures of me, not introducing blah blah blah," and I was just like, "There we go again," right? So then I'm like walking over there because I was like, if Chris throw hands, it is what it is. Like he definitely gonna beat him up. So I was just like, I'm gonna just walk over here calm because I'm 6'4". I'm coming over there. But then it's like the moment he got in your face, because you didn't even get in his face at first, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he came over there and he got in your face and he gave you a little chest bump,
Yeah.
right? Which
It's just
I
not
don't,
that big. So
I don't
wasn't
even
really too mad.
understand why he even gave you a chest bump. But like he came and gave you a chest bump. Once he did that, I saw your hands like stretching out, like
I
right,
want to choke this dude
right,
out.
like
Don't
was
do that.
in,
Get out.
it was in slow motion, like your hands were literally like this, right, right. Then I like grabbed you because I was just like, no. But the only thing I was thinking about was I was like, if Chris lands in jail, all of this is over.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, his daughter, all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about that. I'm not even thinking about myself. So I grab you, right? And then I try to move you. And then he starts to walk away. Like I tell him, like, bro, like go ahead. Like obviously, I got a little chihuahua right here, and, like he's ready to go, right? So he's way up the street and he's still taking pictures,
Yep.
right? He goes to your truck now, right?
Mhm.
He's taking pictures of your truck. So I let you go at this time, right? And this is the whole thing about when like you had on a little I forget what you're talking, right? Like it's literally like you just put your car in like turbo, right? Like you lifted up the harness and like you got low and then you just
You know what? I felt like this. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gunning. I'm coming up here, bro.
And then I didn't even feel like it was
I got
98
fed up.
degrees.
You don't get like that. It was yeah.
hot. I didn't even feel like running.
Manager, you take your job so serious. You're putting the company at a chance to get sued.
Yeah.
I'm putting like you put everybody, and you're right there at the road. You're coming at me. Taking pictures. I'm like, I didn't care about the picture part.
You didn't even lay hands on him. Like not one time did you touch him.
It doesn't matter though. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
touched you twice.
At the same time, he came there howling the pulpit. I guess he was upset, right?
Because it was cracked on the
But
ground.
everybody knew that. We were fully aware. Everybody kept talking about that because
And it can get fixed.
Yeah,
like, it's an inanimate object. Like we're both
so much
humans.
pressure from everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
it can like it's not that big of a deal, and it can get fixed. Like a cracked sidewalk, yes, AP or like whoever it is, like they could have said, okay, we'll help fix it. Like there's nothing that we can do. We have to get the job done.
Yeah.
His job wasn't to come out there and harass him.
Yeah, and make it worse.
But the funny part is when you chased him and he looked the first time and then he looked away. And by the time he looked back, you were like closer. It was like a dog was coming.
Yeah, he was running. He was gone.
Point time he tried to run, but he was already right there.
I had a momentum to catch up to him.
And then he ran to his car, and then
I was trying to run to him so I could take a picture of his car and take a note of a license plate because he's doing. So I want to do the same thing too, and also because you ain't know. My experience was that things happening. I have to have proof.
Yeah.
You have to have timelines. The picture's going to tell you what's going on. It's going to have location, time, stamp, or when it happened. You know what I mean? So I needed.
Because I knew he was on the phone because I mean, I knew he was calling the police. Yeah, I knew it. He was on the phone like he was like 2 guys assaulted me. I was just like. So then I walk over to you. I was like, Chris, just be prepared. The cops is gonna be here. And then just so happened, who shows up? Sean.
Yeah.
Sean shows up. Not to say his name on the podcast or whatever, but like he shows up and he's like the person who's on our side, right? Then like the cops come, and then at that point in time, you ain't know this, right? It was so hot outside. I was throwing things in the trash, and I threw my tripod in the trash.
Now I remember when you trying to get back.
Bro, I burned myself on the metal
in the container?
Yes, like I hopped in. It was so hot that I didn't want to fall in the trash.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
So I held on and like
situation.
Like, my hand, like the skin on my hand was gone. It was so hot, but I didn't want to fall in the. I was just trying to grab the tripod, and then it was it was crazy. So then I hop out the trash. The cops is right there. They didn't even see me. This like tall guy just jumps in the air, and they're like, "Whoa, like who's this?" And then like they try to split us up, but we had the same story.
Yeah,
like Yeah, he came and approached us. He put his hands on you, but then still they try to go on his side, and he
Yeah.
try to like,
See, I push him and I start everything like that.
like assault and all this
Yeah,
other stuff. But
you feel stupid, man.
it's 2 against 1.
Yeah,
Like it's my word and your word versus his word. It's what happened between y'all. I'm the primary witness.
Yeah, and not even that, you're really the middleman, right? You're just
Yeah.
there seeing things. You're just going off of what's really happening. So you don't want to lie. You're not a liar anyway.
No.
But the funny thing about that is, when it all said and done, cops left. They
Yeah.
didn't even care anymore. But then I
Nothing
got a call
happened.
afterwards saying, "Oh, you possibly can get charged again." Still, I'm like, "For what? Assault?" I'm like, "I didn't even touch the dude. I didn't even hurt the
Never
dude."
even laid
If
hands on him.
anything, I put my hand up to get this dude away from me, like not
Yeah.
go any further. You know what I mean? I could have just squared up with him and hit him.
And that's the
knocked him out, you
same.
know what I
And
mean?
that's the same thing that,
Easily.
like, I told the cops. I said, when he came and chest bumped you, when you was yelling, because you have the right to like say why you taking pictures of me and try
Yeah,
to blame me for the cracks on the ground.
The whole thing
Yeah.
is just come, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
It's already enough things going on. What's the problem? Okay, sorry about that, but I'm just really a middleman at that point. You know, we were hired to do a job.
Yeah, like
and
it's not
it
your
was-
fault.
yeah,
You still.
And I don't know. She would have came a little bit. We all could have been responsible, respectful, and even possibly friends, right? To avoid anything getting worse, because it's already bad now. It wasn't the worst it ever. That was it. It would have finished the job, so it was actually perfect timing when it happened. I ain't gonna lie, because that way we just done anyway. We're leaving anyway.
Like we had just finished.
We literally just got back down and finished the last panel, and we were ready to go. But what I'm getting at is like to talk about that and experience is that the type of crap that you deal with, the type of things that go wrong at a job site, which you never even planned for, right? And just things happen, and a lot of times when you deal with construction zones and some sites are getting repair, remodel, whatever, you deal with a lot of superintendents or people that are in charge for them and whatever that are very disrespectful. They're usually just yelling at you.
Yeah.
They're under pressure a lot, so they come off really wrong. Yell at you, cuss at you. You're like, what the hell? A lot of times now, I'll just leave. I will never even come to a site no more. I ask, what is going on? I want to be the last person there, and I don't want to even deal with that guy because I already know it's going to come off mouthy and unprofessional. And another, from that whole giant job, you know, it was good. It got done. It took a lot longer because all the breakdowns, all the issues, and all the weather too, you know, raining and the extreme heat was remember, we were like 30, 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, like
the
it was
panels were very
crazy.
long. It was a lot of panels. We had to match them up perfectly. So imagine the hot heat when you're dealing with vinyl, it just stretches insane. And man, it was insane. There was a lot going on, but it got done. You know, things
like-
they love it. It's still there, obviously, in the road, you know, over there at the circle, whatever.
And you can drive past and see it. It's on.
It's in Fairfax. It's Fairfax
yeah.
Circle.
It's next to the like Scout building
Mhm.
by the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
remember playing jokes to firemen too.
Yeah.
You know, what the hell?
yeah.
But- So yeah, it's in Fairfax Circle basically. You can look at the brand new giant build right there. Because they're redoing all the giants now.
All right, so let's switch to the Bitcoin.
We have
Rodney.
Bitcoin Rodney. So this job, it was a yacht. Everything else is fine, and Rodney was in charge of this though. You know, but I guess the guys felt like they should take control. And the guy, one of the captains, I guess he has a management group that he does for all the yachts, cleaning them and having people driving, you know, the captains or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the thing that really irritated me when that was happening, that a lot of people didn't know, and that's why the top never got done. You know, I had to think at the time and move quick enough that my buddy Brian out there with his shop, him and his wife that they run, was I was able to bring the material, and he cut it out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what we were dealing with at the time was scaffolding and lifts. Everything they said, mind you, I'm driving 16 hours in my truck. I didn't fly anything. I drove in my truck. I had ladders, all the equipment there, and also you're dealing with weather out there. The summertime, 100-something degrees, right?
Humid.
Yeah, and we actually went for the convention and event. It was pretty cool. There was a lot going on. We'll talk about all that stuff later. But right now, it's we talk about the issues that we dealt with, and the scaffolding was not available. And I mean, the scaffolding that they said that was good
Mm-hmm.
was the stuff that you literally can't even leave. You're gonna fall. The ocean will shut you down. Mind you, the yacht's already big. It's already like 2 or 3 levels to this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's off the ground 10, 12 feet already. And then now I'm supposed to be on scaffolding climbing up to like 3 or 4 stories. And it's hot heat. And we got panels top and bottom. It's actually on my TikTok. If you look at it, you'll see I paneled these out long because I want to keep them one nice seam. It would just be a lot more cleaner. But going towards the front,
Mm-hmm.
it was going to bend. And we had put image of the tree, the tropical trees. So they had to be perfectly aligned on both ends. And that's hard to do. It only had one person with me at a time because of scheduling, timing, and rushing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, when I went there, everything was lied about. Nothing was ever supplied. Nobody even showed up half time, they said. So anyways, we got the job done. We still did a great job. I had to make a second trip. Again, cost money and time. And it's just it was so unprofessional. I didn't say anything. They made me look bad. They put all the blame on me.
That's
And
crazy.
I'm like, put that to the budget. And then they charged, from what I was told, they charged Rodney for the scaffolding like $6,000-7,000. And then Rodney was like, "You didn't get it?" And I was like, "What time?" Because I think they were talking about coming back to finish the top. And I was like, "Well, we don't have time right now." And they got to supply that, because I'm like, if you paid for it already, I don't have anything. And how long will it take? So anyways, holidays were happening then. This is about, I guess, like over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapped the yacht. It was crazy. Definitely one of one. I designed it. I wrapped it. It was awesome. It still gets a lot of attention out there in Miami. But then there was an incident where it got hit. So then I drove again, and again, oh, we're gonna get you a helper, and we're gonna have a thing there. You can, like a little tug thing that you can maneuver around underwater. All right. I didn't know none of this until I got there. I go there. I'm expecting everything to be there, right?
What happened?
So the boat is in the position, but it's windy, so it's hitting the wood, and I could see what was happening. It was getting damaged. So not only did it hit, but also getting hit. It's getting more damage from. Imagine the boat being here is going like this against these two things, right?
Yeah.
So it's scratching. So it wouldn't matter if I had PPF, wrap, or whatever. How many? It's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, just over time, it's just hitting back and forth.
Consistent. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what? So then I was like, whatever. I was just patching. There was no time or whatever, and didn't want to spend more money on that. So I was fine with that. So I didn't have the little thing to move in the water. You know what I had?
What?
Literally a floating piece of wood this big. A piece of wood that floats on water this big. And guess what? With a string. And guess who wasn't there? The guy. He showed up, a little Hispanic man, probably another Cuban guy that just came in there, looked at me, laughed a little bit, sat there for like an hour, and he bounced. Literally the moment I was in the water. You know what happened?
Mm-hmm.
So thank God the two guys, young guys that did the marina, the sound, they do marine sound. You know, they call it marine because the boats, yachts, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, they were there. And I said, "Can you please spend a half hour real quick, or however long it takes? I need one person to grab one string." So I was kind of ghetto rigging stuff, right? I already did a repair on the side. So I dangle on my side, like, say, for instance, this is the boat right here, and the water's going like this. I'm like this. I lift my foot up, patch, put down, patch, and then I got that done. Mind you, this job only takes me maybe, this job is supposed to be maybe half hour total. It took me like 3 hours because all the headaches, all the water moving, I couldn't get nowhere. They didn't want to spend the money, put it back on land. The guys weren't there. They all said they would be there. Nobody was there. For the two guys, they end up grabbing one string here, one guy, other string, and they basically maneuvered me on the little piece of wood around the yacht. But so the top is fine. Remember, the bolt goes in from the front, so I'm still doing this. I had my blowtorch. I had my measuring tape. All I had to do was patch one area. I had it decent enough. All this stuff is on my little thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why the wind blew and the big piece of paper, the big piece of wrap, went on the water and floating. I guarantee somebody in Cuba has this shit right now. Somebody in Cuba is like Bigfoot Monday. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? That's not a Cuban accent, but you know what I mean?
That wasn't Cuban, but I get it.
Piece that matched that orange, so put it on there. And the guys, they said we have to go, so we rushed back over here. We got it done. I got back on the damn on the deck or whatever thing, on the concrete, and I was like, "This is it. I'm not gonna anything that Rodney has me going. These guys calling me. I'm not dealing with these guys no more.
You're not coming back.
Take that control and let them be in charge now. That's what the problem was. They tried to be in charge of something they didn't even care about. Dude would come there, flip flops, chilling, like he didn't take his job serious.
Yeah.
And I already knew it once he started talking to me a certain way. He felt because I was Hispanic, he was Hispanic, that he's gonna talk to me a certain way. I'm like, bro, business is a business.
Yeah.
I'm paid. I have to be professional. I'm showing up. I got to do my job. I drove 16 hours again.
Mm-hmm.
You lied to me again.
So
You know what I mean? Now I know you're
Hold
a
on,
habitual professional, and I don't want to see you again. Because the reason why he doesn't want to be there, because he knows a lie. He doesn't want me to call him out. Because I will. I will gladly tell it to your face. I don't care what anybody says. If you can't tell them to their face, then you're not strong enough and a man enough. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind getting punched in the face if I'm being real, because I know you can't control yourself. I'm doing it in a respectful manner. I'm not belittling you. But if you did something wrong, I'm like, sir, you said you're gonna have this. How come you don't have this? So what can we do to get this? You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm just like trying to figure out why you got to do me like that. I have to. You're making me look unprofessional, stupid, because I'm assuming you had it. I didn't bring it, and I could have priced it better, so that way I could get all that, because that's what's needed.
That's what you was actually paying for, or
in total, but then I would have paid for it myself. You know what I mean? I would have just put it all under me instead of trying to get this guy involved.
Yeah, that's
man,
crazy.
there's a lot more other installs, job sites, and things, but those are the two relevant ones that really had me like.
So this is
What the
part
fuck?
one of like jobs and
Oh yeah,
situations
there's gonna be more. Yeah,
that like went left.
yeah, literally
Okay.
left. I'm like, I left my ass.
Because
God.
because this isn't the first boat incident either.
No.
This isn't the one. So on the next episode of jobs that go left. Then
We
we'll,
have to be right
yeah,
and deal with it and make it work and don't complain, just get it done. But also, that's a lesson learned, and I'm not going through that again. And I'm better at understanding things a little more than the people I'm dealing with and knowing what questions to ask too, so that way it doesn't occur again. Because I'm like, yo, you're not gonna pull this one on me again.
exactly.
So I go to Miami, it's kind of wild out there everywhere. Like people are just
Yeah,
I love it out there, but I don't like to deal with certain things and people because I can tell already how it's gonna go.
hmm
But yeah, man, just remember, you're gonna have a time and day in business, especially if you're a business owner or want to start one. Take it on me. You're gonna deal with some crazy stuff, and hopefully it doesn't get physical with people. They just handle it the best way you can and try to avoid to look like the bad person. And that was a benefit that I actually had was I didn't feed too much into it. I
Yeah.
killed it with kindness and I finished the job and I got out of there. I still look professional. I worked with the complicated thing and I
You
overcame it.
didn't ruin your reputation.
Yeah, going to. That's what they want. They're doing that on
Yeah.
purpose. They're making it hard. And every single time when they get in the lift, they're like, hold on, we got lifts, we got people, we got scaffolding. This guy did it with just a holder thing. And with the old chick that used to work for me.
hmm
She was scared of heights, but I said, yo, get up there. I have to pay you more. I'll pay you more. Let's get it done. I don't hear complaining. And we got it done.
Hmm.
And then made videos, went viral, showed to the customers because of this. They're like, yo, wow, you did it just like that by yourself, basically. I was like, yep. So it actually benefited me because I came and I wasn't,
Facts,
yeah. I wasn't feeding into that negativity and to sticking that because I know what they wanted. Because I could see how they're trying to treat each other else. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like,
Yeah.
he's even acting reckless, being stupid, disrespectful. I'm like, why you got to be such a disrespectful person over something that even be that difficult to get done? It's actually pretty simple, pretty easy. It was a lot of detail and cutting, and plus I did a fade pattern. It had to match perfectly, had to fall into place correctly.
Yeah,
It was difficult. That was very hard.
like the
That's
boat,
very-
which
yeah.
I wish I can see it, but maybe I can get a picture and put it on the screen
Yeah.
of like the boat. But it's actually a
Yeah, it's a yacht. It's a
Sorry,
70.
yeah,
It's a 77-foot yacht. It's I think it was like $3 or $4 million. It's big.
Yeah, so
It's in your house on wheels.
yeah, so I'm gonna try to get a picture of that and
Mm.
like actually put it on the screen so they can see how
Yeah.
big that fade
And
is.
actually, I designed that to match that truck right there, the Bitcoin Ronnie one. So that was a satin wrap I did with reflective gloss lettering, and that was a spin off to that because I was a big truck and I was like, that would look cool in a big yacht. And we did the
Facts.
car. The car, as a matter of fact, it's right there. The Lamborghini. It's a two-tone or whatever. And there's more again, even my vehicles and
I
experience
actually-
with planes, and there's a lot going on.
I actually have some crazy pictures of that Lambo that I forgot that I had even took.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Crazy. Look, hold on.
Why are you learning things now? Like you were holding this all in just so that way you can tell this on camera and be like,
I didn't even know that I had
oh,
these.
wow, that's cool. See, that's nice. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know I had these pictures.
You naked? What the hell?
Bro, like, I didn't even know not. That was somebody's ankle. But I didn't know that I had these.
Nice. Yeah. See, look at that. This guy. Look at the day. Yeah. See, it timestamps and then you put
Yeah.
it like that. But, anyways, man, you it's part of business, man. It just happens. You're gonna deal with problems. Not everything's gonna be perfect. But there's more. Trust me. There's gonna be a lot more that
A
I'm
lot
gonna
more
talk about.
episodes, a lot more fun.
I don't want it to come. I just tell you
Yeah.
what I already overcame and what I had to deal with to be this point, and part of the process of being a business and making money and taking on certain type of projects that, it should have been a lot better, more efficient when you're dealing with so-called professionals, which full of shit.
So in and out the episode, you're always gonna find the tools and the will
In a way to get it done.
finish the project. Always.
You remember you said that on one of the Instagram
Yeah.
things. There is no can't.
Yeah.
It's a can.
Yeah.
Take the T out. I want to get it done. I can do this. You know what I mean? Like, don't get too overwhelmed. This is what we were talking about earlier before the other episodes of where, like, don't get caught up in that negativity and the
Yeah.
problems.
And that pressure.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take it easy. Chill out for
Even
a second.
if you have to float
Breathe. But they
on,
don't see that, though. They didn't see that on TikTok. It was
Yeah.
great. The pictures look fine. They don't realize what I'm dealing with constantly.
you literally
now
floated on a castaway board.
You literally, the castaway, Wilson at least.
Yeah.
Damn Wilson. Where's my Wilson? You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
here
crazy.
with a blowtorch, a piece of material that went to Cuba already. That they probably wrapped something with. I guarantee it because they're curious like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what's this? I want to learn now. but yeah, dude, they don't get caught up in all that. It's
No.
fine. Again, it was just another experience. I overcame it. I can talk about it, and hopefully it helps you out to understand, like, my life isn't perfect. Your life's not going to be perfect. Just overcome these issues and problems and these experiences to become a better and more honest person with yourself. Guys, have a good one, man.